fast. Alfie is already off to a flying start.
A flash came in from downtown. The TP from Durka got control over backside, but there's only one player that they're trying to root out of position, and they had nowhere to go. Good paranoia usage as well from Boaster that's gained FNATIC the site. And now, a 5v3, that's the reward. As it looks like FUT are going to be very quickly trying to make their way back through. Damage done by Durka! Okay. And somehow, one right click, 2 kills, and a 3-piece for him.
They're going to try and put a paranoia. I don't think that has caught Yedeje at all. A counter flash, and actually, they're going to get tagged up by the stun. That hasn't gone to plan. A really good start for FUT. Yedeje again. We've spoken about this youngster many a time. Woop's teammate, by the way. And while FNATIC, what should have been a good early start for them here, has gone pretty badly wrong.
Yeah, they're sort of stuck in a half commit. Boaster's in, Alpha's in. Durka got a way out, but couldn't find his way back to position.
Setting up a stun as well, trying to put some of his players into position. Find some of these fights. The time's starting to tick down again. It's just the trap just thrown at them. Yedeje wins one, but the trade again is immediate. Boaster caught reloading, maybe in a little bit of trouble, still finds one more. And now it's left into that 1v1 scenario. Chronicle with all of the information and the time on his side as well. CNED just looking for that final fight, trying to bait him in, and it just isn't working out. I don't know if there's going to be any chance of him winning this. Chronicle and just try and get them the advantage that way. And they're going to have all the information here, but they're going to actually try and execute off this.
A beautiful flash. I mean, it's pushed him off the angle to start with, and now no fallback for CNED. So quickly dealt with, but Durka is traded out. This time, Mr. Fallen is going to plant his boots firmly in the ground, and he's got backup cracks up top. Only 10 HP on Mr. Fallen. It should be an easy kill, but it's the trade they'd be looking for. Mr. Fallen still grabs his third. They know Boaster's down below. The spams are good. Too good, in fact. Leaving Chronicle alone. Another clutch for him, but this time the odds are definitely stacked against him. The spike is not planted, and, well, if he wants to take this to A, he's got quite a run to go on.
Yeah, I think this is just a save. Like, you look at the finances that are currently in the hands of FNATIC, they don't have anything to play with. That was a 1v1 clutch in the end, with the round going FNATIC's way. He's still going to try and walk back up. I don't know what the plan really was. There was only 10 seconds left on the clock. Getting towards the site would have had to be completely abandoned.
Well, FUT aren't panicked. They've got 3 players towards this site. Still on the back is Mr. Fallen, who's been spectacular. He might need to be again. Added captain 3K in the previous round. 15 seconds left. They've got to up the pace. And, oh, that's a little bit of a whiff. Do they expect this extra player? Yes, they do. The ult will give them the information, but if this spike is denied planting any further, the round will already be gone. All Mr. Fallen needs to do is find a well-placed shot. Not a single one lands. In fact, it's all FNATIC shots that are landing, leaving Yedeje, well, in another fairly unwinnable clutch. Boaster's low, and he's one away from a Viper's Pit, but the time's ticking.
Yeah, I don't even know if the Viper's Pit would be useful. To try and put it in here would be almost just given an opportunity for them to kill him, and Chronicle's reposition has been sublime. There's so many angles to check, and the second he takes that first shot.
One on the site. And there's the third spotted as well. Great information to play off of. Stun is through, and so too is the TP. Durka with the flash. Here's the swing and the rolling thunder, but CNED could still get out of there. Oh, he waited so long, and the value is massive. Shot not going to land from cracks. Diving out of heaven, but he's on site to help out his teammates. Now the swing is good as Leo falls. But FNATIC are elsewhere. The spike might not be. That's the real problem. It's down on the floor, but the flank is through. And Durka could almost sell this. He's up in heaven. They think that's what they were waiting for. That's the flank that was coming through. But there's another element to this. Chronicle has a 1v2 in front of him and an opportunity to step turn. The second player not caught. Portably on the Yoru. I'm a big fan of it. I don't think we've seen it hit so far. We won't see it hit this time, but Yedeje grabs himself the kill onto Alpha. Slows down the push completely, but no one saw Durka TP'd out.
Even still, though, Yedeje managed to find a second player while going through. Again, this man just takes over. The Turkish youth has become the dominant force when it comes to VCT EMEA. And Yedeje looks to try and close this one. He's up against Chronicle on the other side. Spike dropped to the deck and still waiting for that rotation. Chronicle looks like he might just try and hit a timing through this smoke. He doesn't really have any utility to play with, just looking for any advantage he can find with the fading of that utility. But the fact is, it's going to be easier said than done. He does manage to deny the ace at least, and now tries to have a 1v3 of his own.
I like his idea as well, standing in front of the orb. But retrieving the spike is going to be a tough task. He has to clear all these angles, and it's not about them swinging him, it's about the time it runs down. He was actually quite quick on picking it up and moving towards the site. No denial attempted by FUT, who are just waiting for this plan to come through. Cracks, yeah, he has his nade, but he can't use it. He's not in the position to. They just didn't want to give him individual fights. Paranoia doesn't hit. Chronicle still ready to duel, and now has the info on where both players are. Boombot on its way. He's going to let it go past, but has to shoot it eventually. And now they know. They've got that idea grouped up again. FUT take the fight together.
FUT once more have 3 players ready and waiting to try and fight for this. They're already going to spot the utility of Durka as they try and make their way through. It's a little bit risky from Cracks, knowing that he had that supported play, and Durka's now managed to find another one. CNET manages to get 2. He's going to go back in as well. He just closes around on his own.
It's going to be fired off towards main. 2 players on the site. They know Yoru can see them. Decoy still to work with, but Durka goes in on his own. He's got Alpha. Blast packing into trade, but there's another player on the backside. Paranoia gives it away. Ada Captain now has to try to hold this position while his teammates are on the way miles out of combat, and this swing, it's hard to predict for Ada Captain as Alpha picks up another. The spike still hasn't been retrieved though. With a bit of heaven control, Mr. Fallen
30 seconds
doesn't have any
left.
flashes actually. I was expecting another Sky Flash to pop through, but they used it to confirm there were no players around screen to get CNET into this position so he could try to fight his way back through. And while he'll have one hell of a fight on his hands, has to pick up another 3 after that opening pick. The spike is now planted, and there's players all over the place. Clearing these angles with an op is an absolute nightmare. But he found the first of this 1v3. And moving back though, he's gonna go all the way around. I mean, the timing could catch them off. Why would he be going heaven at this point? Surely the guy's playing to defuse the spike. Instead, he's going to have a player with back turned with no idea. Never mind! The potential could be massive. Players unaware of his position. Easy kill. And now they're expecting the B play to come through. The rotates come over, leaving Durka all by himself on A. And sure, Cracks falls in the end, but here comes the rest of the attacking side. Durka has a gate crash now. He's just put it online and trying to grab one, and he's out.
Yeah, had to. Caught himself with the flash. CNET is going to be looking to try and mark the site.
Here.
30
The
seconds
fake
left.
out, not really fooling anyone. And now getting into the afterparts, definitely not going to be easy. They've managed to push that a little bit further forward. CNET not connecting the shots either, but with a couple of players slowed, they're just going to try and pressure onto them. And the trades are immediate. It leaves it onto Chronicle again. We've seen him many times in these clutches. And obviously wanted to try and get some orbs back. This set play could be wonderful though. Already the peek out from Dirk. And this is the 1-2 punch I kind of expected. Alpha was there alongside, and maybe they're going to do it a little bit more on that defensive side. I think the important thing for FNATIC is keeping things nice and clean. And Boaster, that happened to him in the last half. He's going to get a little revenge.
Can't let this man off the chain though. That's the flash is gone from Durka. Decoy goes out, it's on its way, but Durka shoots through the legs of his own decoy to take down Ada Captain to be at least in there, testing heaven. Leo's waiting and not hitting his shot this time. Puts a lot of pressure on Boaster. He's been hitting the aim labs. Let's see the results. Paranoia's through, hasn't caught him. Spray is good. Picks Cracks out of the air, but he won't make it away. And because of that, the numbers still stick towards FUT. I think Boaster did a fantastic job holding down that push against the world, but it ain't over yet. A lot more to be done by FNATIC to see that 7th round on the board.
Gaffer spotting out of Durka as well. That's going to make things a lot tougher for them. Chronicle on the fight. Doesn't have any real chance of a trade, and now Durka has to try and do it all. The flash is good. It's a disappearing act. It's just being realized by FNATIC, but they're yet to pull a rotation. In fact, Durka is going to be left all alone. They managed to get so close to the setup. He now has to try and go huge. And again, it's just going to be the one and done. He has to get out of there, especially with that dimensional drift. He's going to be so important for the retake.
Oh, going to use it already before Spike has even been planted, just securing this control for his teammates, finding the utility. The decoy even used to break that trap as well. I love this. Now Durka's on the backside. No flashes, no decoys, no gate crash. Has to commit, has to fight here. And Ada Captain takes him down, spins on a dime to eliminate Boaster. And Leo's the last man standing. Big clutch for this man, but only the one to be found.
Weird thing to do. Here we go, though. A huge showstopper, but it's only going to be the one. There were more than enough players waiting for that response. While the showstopper on the other side doesn't get too much. CNET quicker than the Stinger could ever convert. And what was an attempt at a risk hasn't really worked out for them here. Boaster trying to find something. I'm not sure what was going on there. And while Cracks, he's genuinely just having a field day. I think we talk about this guy a lot as someone who's like so exciting to watch, but he might genuinely be one of, if not the best player in the league at the moment. He's so good.
The ideas from FNATIC were great. I liked it. But FUT's response, always clinical. 4 players spreading out into different corners of the room, no matter what happens. That showstopper's getting 1 max. You're probably not getting back out of there. And even here for Chronicle, all bases are covered. You can't come behind without breaking that trap, and now they're trained in and ready. B-side, the challenge will come to Boaster yet again. He's been good, always able to get his ones or even more. This time, there's the first. The Cabbage is on their way. He's just about evaded the sprays that were coming to him. A little bit of damage sustained, repositioned towards the backside, not spotted. Where's that player gone? He's found him eventually. Had to captain back to the shadows where he belongs. FNATIC, 4 versus 2. And a hard clutch for FUT to close out this map. Mr. Fallen and Yedije, though, look, 2 players you don't want to underestimate in these positions.
No, I'd say, again, today, Yedije, again, one of the biggest prospects, but he's already here. That's the thing. It's like, normally you talk about rookies to the league being good soon. I feel like in EMEA, they're all pretty much good now.
30 seconds left.
There is a player trained in, though, if he tries to make his way past Heaven. It would have to be a bit of a misstep for them not to spot him. Well, I guess Boaster goes down, but it's an immediate trade. Stun there again from Leo. I feel like his utility has been on point in terms of catching players. Just 15 seconds left. The stun as well being thrown out. I don't think they have enough time to get anything done here. They have to go, and they have to go right now. The spike already dropped on the ground is problematic. Cena needs to grab it, and I don't think he has time. I think they've just run out of time to get it. I don't know.
Just about.
Has he got it?
I think he has.
Oh my goodness, that's a 0.1 plant. I don't think you're going to see a closer round than this. The trap had to be broken as well. And as they peek out, it's left all onto Durka. A 1 versus 2, a round that could have been won on time alone, and FUT have played it to the very last margin. Only he stands in their way from taking this map home, and he has to go pushing into it. First kill is his, down to just the 1 HP. And just look at where Yedije is playing from. He still has a snakebite that he can use, that he could throw on if they go anywhere near that spike. That bait is there. He spotted him up close, but just opts to try and fall back. His position has been revealed. And of course, for Durka, he has to go pushing that. He's going to get absolutely nothing. This round probably should have gone the way of FNATIC.
Raise, and now here comes the Sage that we're excited for as well. Hello? Does anyone hear the steps? He's got a silencer on his boots. Somehow, only able to pick up the 1, though. Good response by Alfier, and the fight comes in favor of FNATIC. 3 versus 1. Only Mr. Fallen left. Almost caught with a smoke in hand. He won't even find the kill on Leo. Quick on the trigger, and a much better start to this map for Leo as well.
Fantastically well. FNATIC will have a good idea. Seen it, though. Already in. Yedije already in, but it doesn't even matter. Alpha's managed to find both opening picks, and again, now the time starts to tick. They're going to run through this into the oncoming storm that is FNATIC. Well, let's see what that Odin can do in 25 seconds. He's at least going to get 1.
Well, 20 seconds, it's not over and done with just yet, but it might be. Look at Durka's position. His timing, not quite good enough. So the spike will now get planted. Post plant with an Odin inside tree. That's wall bangable as well, but he does not want to go into tree. Instead, stepping forward and right into the waiting arms of Durka.
A long walk back to retrieve. And actually, okay, I'm surprised Cena manages to win that fight. That looked like a surefire victory for Durka. And now they actually are going to have themselves an after plant.
Yeah, managing to wall it off as well. Guaranteeing no swing in from the spawn, and got Heaven covered. Post plant with these weapons, so much scarier. 1 player unchecked in a position that they don't clear, but oh, Yedije! What a shot! I was surprised he even swung, but of course Krax was there to help out, and they both found a kill. The slow up top, the information revealed as well. And that Odin spray isn't going to get a thing. They know that it's there. They're not going to be in angles where he can spam back for free. Already the call is made. FNATIC go for a save. Round 4 is the fruitful one for FUT, and it's only going to get better as they drop another weapon out of the hands of these defenders. Seen it close by to try to hunt down that final man standing. Well, it looks like it'll start with Alpha, who's already forced out of position, but they're not looking. Never mind. Krax lands the jump and takes the kill with a Viper's pick committed. This could make it very difficult to hold on to post plants.
Have 1 more orb for Krax.
Oh!
And that's what he's going for. If he gets this, he's got res online. So this can turn things back into a 4v4 scenario. The problem is, I believe the res will be within the pit, which is it's not something you might want to go for. Maybe just got to wait until the later stage is Durka. I don't know if that's exactly what he was planning. There is the res, and he will immediately trade it out and even get a second as well. A little bit awkward in the execution, but he gets the job done. It's left all up to Seeded, and well, he won't get anything more. Where this player is, but there's only one spot that's left. Even still, though, Alpha's going to get one, and now the cavalry arrives, but they don't know that. Captain's managed to get this far. It's a problem once again for FNATIC of just losing where these FUT players are. Even still, though, they've managed to turn it into a 3v3, and FUT are going to try and go back again with 25 seconds left.
Well, they've got a lot of space on Yedije, so it makes sense to capitalize, and the wall allowed them to cleanly disconnect, well, bar the player at a captain who got caught on the other side of it.
Do you expect him to be here this soon? That's the bigger thing.
You shouldn't. Although the fact that they've rotated and given it up, perhaps 8 seconds. If the spike is caught crossing, it's over and done with, but it won't be. The timing just isn't there. Cracks just about gets there. A wide swing could end the round here, and now the spam is close. Oh, but just a little bit off. And in the end, the punish is there. Boaster could have just won the round. But instead, FNATIC have to fight back in a 2 versus 3. Cracks waiting away on the site, making his way back all the way around, the long way to be at this point. That's where the hit's coming in, and tucked in the corner is Leo. He'd been there the whole round, and patience certainly pays off this time. The spike is now under FNATIC's control, and any doubt of this round surely now fading away. It seems certain that FNATIC will lock it in with 15 seconds left. Those last 2 players simply do not have the time. Bought time, and the rotations have come in. Ooh. Alpha finds the first, lockdown comes in, and look who's close. Leo, ready to catch them. And the Viper's pit coming through, very deep as well. That's gonna be hard to get back into after the lockdown pulses.
This is so risky. Goes for the last second push through. It's going to be the catch, but that is huge. That single kill and CNED coming alive. Util in aggressive positions. It seems like their players towards the B side. Oh, that wasn't even close.
That was a warning shot, Tom. That was a warning. Leave my side or else. And this could be tough for Alpha as well. Right click needs to come in. There it is. He's found it, but he's kind of stuck in the utility. His own utility, and the snake bite came through as well. That could have been very scary indeed. An awkward way to lose a player. But so low in the corner, the effect is more or less the same. They haven't spotted Chronicle, and they will now, but at a heavy cost. Dirk up on top of the wall as well. Able to swing through, able to continue pushing. In fact, they're not quite ready for it, but they win the fight anyways. Chronicle from miles away. That player was low, so too is Mr. Fallen. Now the captain barely clinging on to life.
Down.
More calculated than anyone else. Unfortunately, though, the amount of time that's being burnt just trying to find out where his opponents are.
Mr. Fallen using his ult to go for a late game flank. Now they just use their slows, their utility to keep these players in position while Mr. Fallen threads the needle. Leo already down. Another for Mr. Fallen on the flank. And that has slowed them possibly enough for Cena to find the opportunity. One more player. He has the dash online, but he doesn't get to use it. Alpha Year's too quick on the trigger. And Dirk is playing Ring a Rosie. They should hear the steps, but they haven't realized. Mr. Fallen saves the day, keeps it winnable for the side of FUT, and another kill out of Yedije gives them the advantage. The ult used by Boaster leaves him on the back side with 12 seconds left. They have to really pick up the pace, and it's the B site where the plant will come through. 8 seconds, 7 as it's planted. And that denial seems almost impossible. Leo does well to find the first, even spotting the next player, but the shorty, with just 22 HP, it would be enough. Leo would have to come through, though. And a captain running. He's miles away, just now making it as the defuse is already half, and it's being stuck, but Ada Captain suspects it.
Start going back in the other direction, which is exactly what they do, which is where CNED is. You put up your human turret to try and delay them that little bit further. The reposition, now they have to try and go back, which involves, again, still the problem of the wall. They haven't solved problem number 1, so they have to try and run away from CNED and look in the corner. It's just waiting, but they do manage to get the kill. That's at least given them something. 15 seconds left on the clock. Mr. Fallen is still here. Cracks is still here, and the spike is dropped in the open. It's all falling apart for FNATIC.
No, he wants a better gun. The door. Yeah, he's going to crib up with his team.
He does not want to play on the retake with a Bucky. CNED, though, he's not waiting at all. Leo will take him out. The trade immediate. Keep things even. Boaster. Paper walls. Into spray with, and he's going to take down all 3.
He's going to be set up here. Yedije wants to get ahead of it. And it's off the trap. He grabs his kill, and he's back out. Beautiful play.
Yeah, that's such a smart setup from them. And it's disgusting from CNED. Another headshot connected through the wall. He's always a man to fear. Peek out from Leo. He's been digged as well. He's basically headshot every single player. He might not necessarily get the reward of the numbers, but he wants to try and hunt them down. 10 seconds remaining. This round is already over. The question is, does CNED get to finish his dinner? Because he is not wanting to let these remaining players of FNATIC survive. Alpha in the corner will at least remove him. Leo's caught another, I don't know how.
Grouped up together. The only risk they're willing to take here is the flank that's now being spotted. Ada Captain in a known position. Perfect snake bite, but impossible to follow up on. Chronicle has to swing out. Hello?
I think he knew he was dead either way. Just wanted to see if he could survive in the corner, but it doesn't work out for him, and now they're all being picked apart. Alpha left to try and clutch this out. Meets a shotgun at the other side, does land the first headshot, but again,
getting ready to go for their fight. They've just popped a heal to bring everyone back up to full HP. Out of Captain again with the snake bite. He's been good on them so far, but Chronicle punishing player after player. Leo's there to back him up as well. This is looking better for FNATIC, keeping essential control. If Alpha can hold this position, I don't think they can even get this spike diffused. And, well, if he takes out the whole team, that's another thing. Mr. falling down to 60 in time, running very, very low. Another kill comes in. Oh, and they find Chronicle! Advantage to play with, but up against a Viper's Pit and a Showstopper, it's scary time. CNED now updrafting above the rocket, but he falls anyways. Picked out of the sky by Leo, and the Viper's Pit seems to cement this round. 2 versus 4.
if they get one kill, they do have the res. That's the only thing. Like, there's not really a position where he can use the res. Like, all the players are in pretty awkward positions.
Oh, he almost had it. He almost had it.
Mitch. I'm sorry, Yedajay. That was your biggest flaw. Like, if you've seen Mitch's predictions, you should know that it's never a good idea.
Come on now. Enzo would have hit it, I'm just saying.
Liquid will win this time, I swear.
All right.
The same problems they had, although I say that Cena's already pushing directly in. They don't want to allow this to get into an afterplant at all, but Boaster's done well. Cena caught in the corner. He should be dead here. There should be no way out. He swings, but he's only going to get one. And now out of Captain. The main thing is the time. They're going for that plant. If he can somehow deny it, there would be hope. But instead, he's going to have to try and pull this off. And from behind, slowly walking through comes Durka. No expectation there.
And here comes the push. Durka sprinting around as they're deafened by the nightfall, and he'll grab 2 for his trouble. Almost the 3rd. Crack's just about holding on to control. They need to take this site. They don't want to offer him the ability to pop a res and make this competitive again. But on their way forward, they will be walking into almost all of FUT with 12 seconds left. We need to see that spike hit the floor very, very soon. The cross from FUT as they attempt to deny it. Watched by Alpha, but the shot is missed. Here's the swing up close, and he'll land his shot. 4 seconds. Spike has to be planted and almost denied. CNED gives his life for it, but it's not worthwhile. Leaving it in the 1v3 for Cracks. He finds the first. And a player up in front through the smoke. One more for an ace to close out this map, to put FNATIC in the dumpster, but he won't find it. Wherever he fires it, player down below, he spotted him, and he's out for free. Big kill for Durka. The site now taken by FNATIC. There's a bit of congestion still there, but the spike will be planted in the overtime. Looking possible, looking doable. This man CNED needs to be the spanner in the works.
Yeah, the res still available, but it's whether they can find a spot to use it. That'll be Mr. Farland back. Operator not being able to land that shot. CNED already tagged, so this Blaze Storm's going to be much more difficult to get value from. And in fact, Leo puts him down immediately. Chronicle's there as well. It's happening again as they will take us to overtime.
In the past, and one of the big things is not having an initiator to play through. They've cleared it this time, though. They've spotted him, not going to fall twice to the same mistake. FUT with the opening pick with the B-side control. Here comes Boaster, big gun in hand, and, well, a tough position to try to get value from because they can spam right back at him, and there is the real problem. The counter spams, the kills with the lurk from Ada Captain on C, and FNATIC have fallen apart on this defensive round. FUT rightly pinpointing the weakness as the B-side catching the kill on the way through and leaving them with next to nothing. Alpha even down to 19 HP and caught by a player further back. The snake bite gets another kill. Lucky last time, and now they'll punish him for it. With a shorty, he gets a kill. Cracks tries to fill the gaps and find another, but ends up going down. It's keeping the numbers even, but with the kills acquired, Durka has a Showstopper online. 12 seconds left, and it's time to go. Showstopper, where's it committed? The slow keeps him in position, and the shot from CNED makes this so winnable. They have to plant it here and now, and here come the defenders flooding into the site, leaving it all on the Boaster. The shot is missed, though. CNED down to 43 HP. Boaster upgrades to the Phantom and finds the final kill.
Aggressive position, the gun's been spotted. They know that he's here. Yedajay is threatened the needle as well, but the trade immediate. Alpha's done a lot of damage as well to Ada Captain. They are definitely being a little bit more aggressive clock as much as possible. Snakebite is going to do that. Chronicle throws one down in counter, but again, the spams can still be there. Already, he's managed to get it to half, though. And now they're worried about Bosa. He hasn't let go, but Mr. Farnan at the last second has jumped in. And now it's left all up to Alfier. He can't quite correct in time. And again, Snakebite downs on both sides. And a captain trying to thread the needle, but it's Leo to take him out. Again, CNED's going to hit a wallbang, but it doesn't even matter. They've got the entries that they needed. Yedaje is still here, maybe hoping that he can do something on the spam. No, he actually goes above, does some extra damage onto Poster, but he's got to be careful. That's an Odin on the other side. Snakebite's used again to try and deny him, but now it seems to be in favor of FUT. As the FNATIC roster almost look to just try and escape. Find a passive angle to spam from, buy extra little bits of time, but again, the trades are immediate. Chronicle hasn't been spotted. He's trying to wrap around on the site, and it's left all onto the leader. Boaster, with only 17 bullets, he might just run out. Has to go for the reload, but they haven't even got close to half yet. They're just trying to bait him in. They're trying to kill him. They know that that time is ticking, and eventually, FUT get the job done. It is a victory that they've never managed to take before, but there's a first time for everything.
Revenge must taste sweet.